Chouameni out? Is Chouameni going out? Yes or no? Please let me know. Because this man has been a growing problem for Real Madrid recently. Let's just be honest. Chouameni has been one of the best midfielders in the world back in 2022. When Real Madrid first signed him back in 2022, we signed a good midfielder. This man made an impact in the World Cup 2022 when he scored against England. If you guys remember that game from Qatar in December 2 years ago. So this man is actually a good midfielder, but the way he has played lately hasn't been very well. I have nothing against this player. He's incredible if you play him in the right position. I mean, let's be honest. The reason Carlo Ancelotti even moved him to centre back was because he did not play well as a midfielder. The thing is, he's becoming a liability for Real Madrid. He's becoming a problem for Real Madrid. And I don't think we actually need him, if I'm going to be honest. So, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. This guy is a great player, but to be honest, I don't know if we actually need Chouameni in Real Madrid. This man has played in many games this season, and every single game he has played, he has cost us a lot. I remember he cost us a goal against Atalanta. He played against Liverpool away in Anfield, and he also played other games that we actually won. But if we look at many games, such as the game we played against Rayo Vallecano in December of last year, the game was 3-3 and we conceded 3 unnecessary goals. That game could have ended 3-0 if we had good defenders. And clearly, that shows you that Real Madrid are in need of defenders. Okay? And Chouameni is one of them. And I saw also a report that this man has been getting threats from fans that says that if you don't want to play well, don't play for Real Madrid. Please leave the club. And I have to be honest, I have to agree with every other Real Madrid fan because I'm one of them right now. Chouameni, if you don't want to play for Real Madrid, please leave. Don't play for Real Madrid. Just leave the club. It's fine. We can buy a new player who can replace you. And I'm not saying this to be mean. You obviously should know why I'm angry and why every other Madridista is angry. It's because you haven't performed. And let's face it, guys, Chouameni was one of the best midfielders, but the guy has got some injury problems, clearly, and he can't play well. And when you injured Camavinga at the start of the season, that pissed me off. And you couldn't play well yourself. So you have no support from me. You have no support for Real Madrid fans. Just leave. And you're not the only one who's leaving. There are 2 more players that I'm going to mention. No, even 3 more players that I'm going to mention will leave Real Madrid very soon. And I will announce them very soon. And I'll start with the next one. And that brings me to Lucas Vázquez. The mighty Lucas Vázquez. The Real Madrid legend. The man who has played many years. He played also with Cristiano Ronaldo. This man has been in Real Madrid for almost a decade. He has played with stars such as Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Sergio Ramos. You know, this guy was actually one of Real Madrid's most important right backs at one time. But recently, he hasn't been playing well. And the reason we lost 4-0 to Barcelona back in October, and the way we got humiliated last night against Barcelona when we lost 5-2, that was all your fault, man. That was all your fault. You couldn't even defend that. Rafinha went like a 360 around you, bro. He did a 360 around you. He scored 2 goals after each other. Do you think Dani Carvajal would do that? if he was in his best form? Absolutely not. You didn't get an ACL. You didn't get injured. But I don't know what's happening to you. You're genuinely finished. And you should not be playing for Real Madrid. You should actually leave the club, if I'm going to be honest. Because this is not the Lucas Vazquez that I saw last year or 2 years ago, if I'm going to be honest. This is not the same Lucas Vazquez I saw. This man was actually a very, very good defender before. But I don't know what has happened to him. I really don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say, to be honest. This man just let Rafinha do like a 360, 180 on him, bro. I don't know why he's even playing for Real Madrid at this point. I mean, this guy should be, I don't know, sold to Saudi or the first team that makes an offer. It doesn't matter if it's Saudi or if it's the Portuguese league or Premier League. I don't care if Crystal Palace signs this guy. Let them sign him. He would anyways fit there. But for Real Madrid, he should not be there, because he has cost us some important games, including the 2 games where Real Madrid faced Barcelona. And I'm not accepting that. Okay? So please, if you don't want to play well, just leave Real Madrid. And that brings me to the next one. The next one. Who do you think it is? Ferland Mendy. Mendy. Where should I start? What has happened to this guy? From out of nowhere, he just suddenly played like a prick, bro. I don't know what's wrong with him. This guy is finished. He's a young player. He's like 22 or 23 years old, and he plays like a 30-year-old, man. What has happened to him? He can't even defend. He can't attack. He can't do nothing. He's worthless. What has happened to this guy? Is this guy like a secret spy or something? Is he playing against Real Madrid? Can anyone explain this to me? I really don't understand this. This guy was very, very important last season. He played very well. He was one of my important players. And this season he's playing like, I don't know, man. He got like an ACL or something. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. But his head is not in the game. Can you please explain that to me, Mendy? If I could talk to you. I would really like to meet this guy, to ask him a couple of questions. Why he plays for Real Madrid. Is it because he's a fan of the club? Or is it because he wants to help the club? I don't know. I just want to know. Because this man can't defend. He can't defend. The fact that Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski scored is actually this guy's fault. This man can't defend. When it comes to Rudiger, I have to blame you as well. Rudiger, you have been one of the best centre backs in the world, but recently this season you haven't showed that. I don't know what has happened to you. You have gotten slower. I don't know if the pressure is coming to this guy. I don't know if it is because he's playing with bad defenders, but Rudiger hasn't showed the quality that I'm expecting him to, even though I'm not going to blame him for anything. I don't want to get him. I don't want to sell Rudiger. I want to keep him in Real Madrid. I just want him to play better. This man has been one of our star players in the centre back. He's still important, but I think he needs help. And help is something that is needed in Real Madrid. And I would actually suggest maybe 2 or 3 players more he should play with. He should have Asensio. We should bring in Jeremy Frimpong to Real Madrid. And I think if we get Alphonso Davies too. If we get the right players in the right position, Real Madrid will be unstoppable. But that actually starts with the back line. Alright? The back line, the defense, that's the most important thing for Real Madrid right now, because that's where we lack the most problems. And in order for Real Madrid to actually win their games, they need to start signing defenders. Sign defenders, sign defenders, sign defenders, sign defenders, sign defenders, sign defenders, please. Because without defenders, we will concede. We will concede. And with defenders, we will not concede as much unnecessary goals that we did, for example, yesterday against Barcelona. And that's one of the most important things to keep in mind as a Real Madrid fan. Alright? And the other problem we have in Real Madrid is we have some major problems. Camavinga has been good. He worked very hard. I'm not going to blame him so much. But the thing is, Camavinga has been dealing with a lot of injuries. We have had Valverde. He has been good. But to be honest, I don't think he gets the help that he actually deserves. So we need to sign more midfielders, to be honest, or we should have Camavinga. And when it comes to Modric, he's actually getting old. Alright, he's getting old and he definitely needs to go soon. I don't know how many years he can be there, if I'm gonna be honest. I'll give him max 1 year, but let's just be honest, I don't think he will stay in Real Madrid after the season, since he only signed a 1 year contract. So that's that's what I think of Luka Modric. And then who's next? Jude Bellingham, mate. Jude Bellingham has been incredible the last 3-4 games for Real Madrid. He almost scored in every single game except yesterday. Yesterday, Jude Bellingham, he just vanished. I didn't see him. I'm not gonna blame him. He played his best. That's what matters. But Jude Bellingham, I was expecting a lot from him, because this man, he owns Barcelona when he can. Last season, he scored late goals in their home and in the 3-2 game in the Santiago Bernabeu. This player is magical. He's a world-class star. And Jude Bellingham was actually one of the favorites to win the Ballon d'Or this past Ballon d'Or in October. And if he won, he would absolutely deserve it. And I actually think that he was a deserving guy behind Vinicius Jr. to win the Ballon d'Or. Alright. And then we have Rodrigo. Rodrigo has been phenomenal. He scored a free kick banger yesterday, but still the team played bad. Even though he played well, there's not much he can do. Kylian Mbappe, he scored the first goal, and after that I didn't see a lot from him, but he did his best. Vinicius Jr. hasn't been so good yesterday, and he was ghosting. Vinicius Jr. hasn't been playing very well. I don't know what's happened to him these past games. He needs to get his head in the game. He needs more training, and he needs to focus, because this man has problems, I know that, but he needs to focus and he should start performing. Otherwise, Real Madrid is not going anywhere near any trophies this season. So that's it for today. Make sure to notify, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.